Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, we're the Garso Twins. I'm Carly.
And I'm Britta.
And we'd love it if you would subscribe before you leave if you like this video. We used to work in beauty product development for years and years and years. So we sort of do all of our videos through that lens. We review products. We have a lot of favorites videos.
Yes.
5 weekly favorites and monthly favorites. And yeah, we do lots of videos. So subscribe to catch them all.
Today we are doing our October favorites. We have lots of random things and no makeup this month, which is crazy.
So
one thing of makeup.
Yeah.
So let's get into it. Starting with the Notoria Multi-Peptide Advanced Serum Multi-Peptide Blend plus ferulic acid and collagen. Notoria kindly gifted us this and we were so excited about it because we haven't been this excited about an Notoria launch and ever maybe.
I know. So it's basically targeted for like anti-aging.
Yeah,
and
fine lines.
Yeah, we're 32 and we have fine lines, and I think it's hard to find, besides right now, like an anti-aging product that could like actually be effective.
Yeah, like peptides are proven to work.
Yeah, like they have on their website, if you go on their website, they have a ton of backing for their claims and it's all really informative, and it has arginine too, which I know helps reduce the appearance of fine lines and wrinkles. The collagen, the ferulic acid, it's all good stuff. Like it just seems like a really power-packed formula.
Yeah. So I've been using this nightly and
me too.
We've only maybe been using it for like 2-3 weeks, so can't really speak to the like efficacy against fine lines, but I do think it's definitely helped like make my skin look more even.
I thought so too, and kind of like plump it.
Yeah.
Somehow plump it a little bit. But yeah, we'll keep you guys updated on how much it actually decreases fine lines over time. I'd assume we have to use it for like a couple months.
Yeah.
To really see, but so far we love it. We love the packaging.
Yeah, I love the packaging so much. It has a nice pump. I love the texture. It's like a really milky, creamy texture. It soaks into the skin really nicely. It layers underneath anything I've put on top of it super nicely.
Yeah, it plays well with so many other products, which is kind of hard to find in an active formula as well. So
yeah.
This is awesome. Okay, another skincare product. This is the CeraVe. It looks really gross. I had it in my sink. CeraVe Hydrating Foaming Oil Cleanser. So I wanted a new morning cleanser because right now I use the Vanna Cream morning and night, and that is really nice, but I just find that it can be a little too like foaming and not stripping, but a little too aggressive for the morning. I used to not wash my face in the morning at all, but then I just sort of got in the habit of doing it, and I felt like when I didn't do that, my skin was a little more balanced instead of dry, and especially going into fall and winter, my skin's just been feeling really tight and dry. So switching to a much more gentle cleanser in the morning has been awesome, and I love this. I love it because it feels like oil, but it foams up. Like
yeah, that's really nice.
It's such an experience, and I actually have started to kind of use it at night too, because as my second cleanse, I feel like it does help to kind of remove a little bit of makeup. I obviously go in with a cleansing balm first to like really get the makeup broken up, but I feel like it does kind of like help remove some makeup. It doesn't say that, but I feel like it helps. It has squalane. Oh yeah, it says removes makeup. It has squalane, and it says it's a really gentle foam, which I agree. There's ceramides, hyaluronic acid, and it says residue free, and I will agree with that too. I don't feel like it leaves any sort of like film on the skin, which is also kind of hard to find in an oil-based cleanser. I'm so impressed with this. I actually feel like it feels so much more luxurious than like a drugstore brand. It feels really high-end, and they have 2 sizes. This is the 8 ounce, and I don't think I'm going through it like super quickly, but there is a larger size. So honestly, I think this might be my new favorite cleanser, but I'm gonna keep using it and seeing if I want to use this for my morning and night cleanse, because it's much more gentle on my definitely dry skin right now. So I've raved about the Lano Lips Golden Skin Salve a while back. That one is one of those products that you can use on your lips, on your face, on like your elbows, any dry patches. Kind of I
like
might need to get it. My lips are so chapped lately.
yeah, kind of like an Aquaphor. But I ran out of it, and then I saw they launched this 12-hour overnight lip mask, and I was like, ooh, this one sounds interesting because it basically has similar ingredients and like the similar formula, but it has vanilla in it. So my only gripe with the Golden Skin Salve was there was no like flavor in there, and so it really smelled like the base materials, which it doesn't really bother me, especially if I'm applying it to like my body. Like I definitely don't need a fragrance in there, but if you're marketing as just a lip product, I kind of feel like there should be one, and it's really subtle. So you can still smell some of those raw materials, but it does have like that nice vanilla scent that like the Bite Beauty Agave lip mask had, and I feel like this is the closest I found to that original Bite Beauty Agave lip mask formula, but that one was very vanilla forward, which I loved. I just love that product.
Do you remember the candy cane one they had too?
Oh yeah.
And they had like a caramel
They had
one.
a weird like a lavender one, which I didn't like.
Yeah, I didn't like that one.
Yeah, but the candy cane was good. But the vanilla was always my favorite. So I do wish they maybe included a little more vanilla in this, but regardless, I really love this product. It reminds me a lot of the Golden Skin Salve with the added benefit of the vanilla scent, but it is in a smaller tube, so you are getting a lot less product. So I still might purchase the Golden Skin Salve for, because I would use that like under my eyes, or if I had like an eczema breakout, that really helped, or sometimes like on my cuticles. So I like both a lot. Would recommend both, but this one is nice that it has the vanilla. And this product, I think it's the lanolin, I'm guessing, so it's not vegan, just works the best at moisturizing my lips. It's like the only thing that actually like heals my cracked, dry lips.
I'll show these quickly, but they're the Birkenstock clogs. I'll link the exact ones down below. I got them from Nordstrom, I don't even know, like back in April, and then it warmed up so I wasn't wearing closed-toed shoes. But now, since it's October and it's finally cooling down, I've been wearing them all month long. I definitely have to figure out how to clean these. If you have suggestions, they're suede, and they're obviously like a light color. I don't really mind that they get a little dirty, but if you have suggestions on how to clean them, I'm all ears. They're just as comfortable as Birkenstock sandals, which I wear like all the time in the summer, and so I'm really glad I have them. I just throw them on, go run errands, go out and about, and yeah, I'm glad I have them. I love the light ivory color, even though they're hard to clean. I feel like they sort of go with everything, and I've been using them a lot this month. I know I put this in a weekly fave, so I won't stay here long, but the Bare Minerals Highlighting Blush in Opal Glow. Bare Minerals sent us this whole range, and we did a full reel down below, so I'll link that so you can see like the full-on review of all the shades. But Opal Glow wasn't really on my radar until our friend Kate, State of Kate, talked about it and said it was like her new favorite powder highlighter. So I've been using this every day as my powder highlighter. I was thinking I need a new powder highlight too. I need to try that.
Yeah, I'm wearing it today. It just is like the softest, most seamless formula. So it really meshes with the skin. It looks so natural. I also think the like subtle pink hue just works really well with my skin tone. It almost looks like a skin toned highlighter instead of like an icy champagne, you know what I mean? It's really beautiful. I love it. And I just think Bare Minerals does cheek products so well. I got this print from an Etsy shop months ago, and I finally printed it out and bought an Ikea frame for my room. I don't know, something about it. I'll link it. I'll put a picture here and link it down below. But it's just this sort of like painted landscape photo, and my boyfriend was like, oh, I like that. It kind of looks like a golf course. So he liked it too for our room, and I like the vibes. It's kind of like Nancy Meyers as, yeah.
I feel like it'd be really cute in a kitchen for some reason. It's just a nice print, and I got it 16 by 20 and just sort of like hung it on one of the walls in my bedroom, and I think it adds a little bit of coziness, and it just sort of doesn't like clash with any decor either. So I wanted to mention it because I did that this month, and it's made a difference in my room.
Not to mention the frames are so good.
Yeah, I'll link the Ikea frame down below too, because I like was not going to do this unless I could buy a cheap frame, and a lot of the former Ikea frames are not cute.
Yeah.
But we've been loving this style. I'm like blanking on what it's called.
Yeah, I don't think we ever mentioned it, but we put one above our like bar cart cabinet.
Because we were at Ikea and we're like, wow, this frame is actually really cute, and they're usually not that nice.
Yeah.
They're not glass, but that's okay. It's plastic.
I mean, sometimes that's better because things fall.
Yes.
The Live Tinted Hue Guard 3-in-1 Mineral Sunscreen, this took me way too long to try. And I ordered this sample size, or travel size rather, on Target, because it was only $10. And I'm pretty picky with sunscreens. I only use mineral sunscreens. And so I just wanted to be able to try it first, because I don't love to get in the habit of like buying something and just returning it like automatically. So anyway, I got this from Target, and I love this. I'll link the reel I did down below so you can see it demoed, but there's no white cast on my skin tone whatsoever. It has like this light peachy hue to it, so it doesn't color correct. There's no tint, but I think it just helps to offset the white from the zinc in here. I actually don't know. It's 18.23% zinc, so it's a lot of zinc oxide. But like I said, there's no white cast. It is the perfect amount of moisture for me. Like, it's not too dewy like some sunscreens, but it's not matte. So this wears well under makeup in my opinion, and it's easy to build up. It feels like a moisturizer. I can't say enough good things. I know everyone raves about this, but it is so good. And from my understanding, it's also non-comedogenic, so a huge win.
Okay, we're filming our whole launch video for this candle today, but we've been lighting this all October because it's
For months, yeah.
It's our new fall candle, signed and sealed from our brand Dyad. And we are so excited. We've never launched a fall candle, and we launched the brand in 2019. This is what the sleeve looks like. We went with this brown color instead of the usual black because it is a chai candle. And we are so excited. We're so excited for you guys to get your hands on it. We love fall so much, and we love fall candles.
Yeah.
We love winter candles too, so we did launch a holiday scent 2 years ago. And we bring it back every holiday, so we're bringing that back as well. But it's like about time that we launch a fall scent. And this is just, it's so like warm and cozy.
Yeah, there's notes of cinnamon, amber, vanilla, clove, cardamom, and chestnut. So basically vanilla and chai.
Yeah, it's just, it's like a cozy fall hug. I don't really know how to describe it.
It's so cozy.
It just smells like being in like a cozy sweater, reading a book with like maybe some cold rain outside.
Yeah.
With like a chai in hand.
And we definitely didn't want anything like too woodsy because a lot of our fragrances are woodsy. And so this one is like, just has those like subtle spice notes, and it's not too sweet either.
Yeah.
And so if you are looking for something that's like just spicy, I think you'd really like this.
Yeah, we don't, as you guys know, we don't like anything too sweet.
Yeah.
And we don't like, we love wood notes, but we had to venture out. We're like, we cannot do another wood-based candle.
Yeah, enough was enough for that.
Yeah, we have, if you guys like wood scents, you would love our line because it's majority of them.
Next up, as always, our book favorites of the month.
We didn't have any last month, right?
Oh yeah, we did.
So this is big.
This is my favorite of the month, favorite of the year. It's Robert Galbraith, The Running Grave. So it's the 7th book in the Strike series. Robert Galbraith, J.K. Rowling writes these books. My favorite series of all time. Her writing is just incredible. Like, she just really draws you in. She has a way with words, a way with storytelling, unlike anyone else. And if you're unfamiliar, the series is centered around Cormoran Strike. He's a private detective in London, and he's an ex-war vet. He was raised by a single mother who had, he basically had a very troubled childhood, and so he has a lot to deal with kind of as an adult, and it follows him solving these, sometimes he's hired just to follow someone around, see if they're cheating, but sometimes it's these bigger cases, like in this one. So in this book, him and his partner Robin have to go undercover, or Robin rather goes undercover at the Universal Humanitarian Church. So it's kind of like a cult disguised as a church in London, and they're hired by this boy's father, and his son has been in this church for, I want to say, like 10 years. So he's an adult, full-blown adult, but his mother had died while he was in this cult, and the dad is kind of like, enough is enough, I need to find a way to get him out. And so he hires Strike and Robin, and they decide the only way to kind of blow the whistle on this place is to go undercover, because they need to get detailed, stories and actually hard evidence to get this place shut down. So Robin ends up going undercover for 4 months, which is crazy, and a lot of things happen in there. It was really hard to read at times. Every time I look up a review of this, I'm in the Facebook group where people talk about these books too, and everyone is like, I had to read this book so fast because I was so scared for Robin. I was scared she was gonna die in there, and that's how I felt. I was reading this, I read this book in 2 days. You can see how big it is, and I couldn't put it down because my adrenaline was rushing the whole time Robin was in there. But she gets out, I would say, maybe 75% of the way through the book. So there is a whole ending where they wrap everything up. I don't want to give too much away, but I do think out of all the 7 books, this was my favorite of the series. It had me on the edge of my seat the whole time, and I will say at the beginning of the book, they really set it up to where Robin and Strike have both become their best selves. If you remember at the end of the last book, Strike is injured after they catch a killer. He gets stabbed, so he's in the hospital, and Robin comes to visit him, and she tells him that, well, the doctor had like been telling Strike that he needed to like lose weight, eat healthier, because he has one leg, so his stump was kind of getting like infected a lot, and he was just having a lot of health issues. So he's kind of in like a bad place mentally and physically, and then Robin tells him that she's going on a date with a detective, Ryan Murphy. So that's how the last book ended, and Strike like did not want to hear that. And then it starts with her dating Ryan. They're like a few months into their relationship, and Strike has lost like 30 pounds. He's like doing so well. He's kind of like working on himself mentally, and so I think they're in a really good place. I don't want to give too much away like romantically what happens, or what doesn't happen rather, but I think that the 8th book is going to be the best one.
Maybe the final. Like, geez.
No, there's 10.
She's doing 10?
Yeah.
How many Harry Potter books were there? Oh, there was
8,
10.
right?
Oh, yeah. They broke the last one into 2 movies.
Yeah, I think there were 8 Harry Potter books, but there's going to be 10 of these.
So we have a couple more. That is crazy. Okay, my favorite book of the month was Funny Feelings by Tara DeWitt. I've never read anything by this author, and now I'm starting another book of hers because this was a 5 out of 5 stars for me.
I'm reading it right now.
Oh my god, I loved it. I'm actually shocked it has almost 25,000 reviews.
Yeah, I've
on
never
Goodreads.
heard of her.
Yeah. So this book follows Farley and Meyer. So Farley is a young stand-up comedian. She's kind of like crazy. I picture her as like a Maisel type character. If you guys watch The Marvelous Mrs. Maisel, you know, she's a stand-up comedian and kind of like a trailblazer for women in comedy, and just like says it like it is, like has no filter. Farley's very similar. And Meyer is her manager. So Meyer used to be a stand-up comedian also, but he ended up having a daughter, and then the daughter's mom had passed away. So he became a single dad like overnight. And his daughter is deaf. So since that happened, he transitioned more into writing for like film and TV instead of stand-up comedy. And he meets Farley 3 years ago. So the book kind of jumps from present day, 3 years ago from when they first met, and then in between, and sort of like all these instances on when they thought like, oh, maybe there could be more between us than just this like friendship and manager relationship, but like no one ever pushed the boundaries. But they basically sort of end up in this fake dating trope, which I've read so many books lately that are fake dating, and I don't know why.
It's not one of my favorites.
It's not one of my favorites either, but these two beat the odds with this. When I read the premise, I was like, it sounds okay. But something about them, like, I loved how much they like loved each other as friends. Like, I feel like they both had each other's backs, like no matter what. They would do literally anything for each other, and this is before anything like turned romantic. And like you can like see how much he doesn't like love being a manager. It has not, like, he doesn't even want to do it, but he's just done it for 3 years because he believes in her so much. And she's like a huge part of their family, like with him and his daughter. His daughter was such a shining light in the book too. I loved her. Like, they're already like this little family, even though there's no romantic things that happen at the beginning of the book. But I don't want to spoil it, but it was just one of those books where I could picture this as a real life couple so much that I had to give it 5 stars. I think that those are the strongest romance books for me. When I can't really understand why 2 characters are together, it's like an immediate 3-star or below. And this was like the exact opposite of that. Like, I loved them, and they were both so funny, like the banter and the wittiness. And Meyer was such a catch, but he seemed realistic. Like, it seemed like it would be realistic that he just hadn't dated in years, and that he was just this like really good man because he was a single dad. And it was all great. Good book. Thank you guys so much for watching our October favorites. We hope you had a great month, and we can't wait for November.